Welcome back to That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. Anime Review, episode number 31. Yeah, this one's going to be breaking Mashuka Tensai's record probably soon. Yes, might take the place of basically of that one. It's a good possibility. This episode we're discussing here is episode 59, Reconciliation and Agreement. And from what I can tell, we're reading basically this book here. Book number 8. Yes, they officially started doing this very book for every episode. This book adapts pretty much this episode adapts pretty much the entire prologue, and there are some portions of chapter 1 that were adapted for the last episode that they skipped over, that they did have a flashback. So here's what happens. We start off with the former cardinal of, the former priest Sunday, where he's talking to, I think it's Ed Morris, about what happened. And aside from a little recap there, and then of course he proceeds to just not get involved. He proceeds to leave. Pat basically his granddaughter on head, and then he proceeds to walk away. He's seen later on in the episode talking to Yuki, the guy who's in charge of that group, this is actually the first time he's been seen at this point in the season. First time since like episode 1. Actually, first time since episode 2 he's been seen. It's like 9 episodes he was last seen. So they talk for a bit, and then after he leaves, and then of course, Clayman's, his mentor comes in, the one who's in the body of a woman. They explain it's the last season's show. She basically just wants to steal away the name, and before she can get revenge for what happened with her, and she calls Yuki boss, despite the fact she's a demon lord. So there's that, and that's it for that scene, and that's basically the bookend stuff, mind you. Yes. So the main portion of this episode is taking place in the conference room. On one side, we have Luminous, the Emperor Louis, Hinata, and all the Crusaders. I should point out, though, there is some portions skipped here, mainly due to time, like introduction of like certain people, which is fine. They did kind of partially adapt some of this stuff. This chapter for last week's episode was part of a montage, like the scene we have all the girls in a hot spring, and the guys at Separate Hot Spring. That's also in this chapter too, but that was it for last week. It's part of a montage, and they cut out the portion where Rimuru was considered going with the girls, but he said they go with the guys instead. Yeah, that was part of the book too, and they skipped over it. It is basically, for me personally, it would have been good to see that, but I guess basically they wanted to just move on. So we have similar scenes in the actual book itself, similarly to the actual book itself. Also, there was one scene from chapter 1 of this very book where Hinata asked Rimuru, what are you looking at? And, in the book, basically, she's wearing her robe and it's partially open where her chest is. In the anime, they had this play out in the last episode when this is right after she got healed. Yeah, they put the lines there for some reason. I'm not really sure why. I thought this was weird. As far as I can tell, the series tends to stick pretty close to the original source material. Here, it's like moving lines up earlier and portions cut out here. Of course, there's a flashback later on in the episode So, they discuss various things here. They accept an apology. The fact that, the female member who was with Hinata, where Shion basically, took care of her, she's embarrassed, and the guy's like, really, dude? Yes. You have Benimaru and Rigurd basically looking at him as like, wow, lucky guy. And this is a guy who's basically has a Dragonute who is now in human form. Basically, this is the same guy whose Gabiru's sister is in love with him. Yep. And they discuss, diplomatic relations, the fact that she hates, Valdora. Now, there was a scene where she was punishing Valdora. That was moved to last week's episode. Here, now, the mention about, let's say for later, that is from the book itself, yes. But it says for a conversation. So, yeah, and the fact that Valdora is afraid of her. Not just because, the fact that they know she's a demon lord, the fact she even exists. They also discussed getting a treaty with the armed nation Dwargon, the fact that they have diplomatic relations, a friendly peace treaty, stuff like that. And then they say, oh yeah, let's go get some snacks, and then we have some barbecue. And of course, they reveal, oh yeah, the plans of the nation where we're gonna now establish a long distance network. And he says like, why even class information to us? Isn't it class information? It's like, no, it's not a problem. We're friends. Oh yeah, Rimu's drunk, and apparently, he has gotten a technique of canceling the cancel poison, like basically bypass that, just so he can get drunk. And in the book, basically, he kind of tells Raphael, booze is not poison. Now, in the anime, it's like, oh, we can't use it again. In the book, it's like, oh, you can probably use it again. Yep, and of course, they talk about bringing manga, be relaxing, stuff like that. And then we have where everybody's about to go home. Hinata gets back her sword that was lost in the previous season of the show. Yes. By the way, the sword that she... Let me bring it right back here. It was this very sword right here she has in the cover. Yeah, this is the very sword Rimuru gave her back in the anime. It's like, oh, I thought I lost it. Of course, get back, his improvements. And like, he even asked Hinata, why not just stay tonight? Because basically it's kind of late. He's like, okay, then. And of course, everybody decided to spend the night. Okay. And that's the episode. Really good. I thoroughly enjoy this. And we now have currently, let's see. Let me take out my my anime list because that's so I get some info here. So, for that's the Reincarnated as of right now, there's exactly 13 episodes left to go for the whole season. And that's it. Just 13 more. Yep. There is a possibility I might be streaming with one of my friends basically later on when the season wraps up. Who knows? And I kind of predicted that the season wrap up presumably by, I'd say, probably September. Which... And I think the month prior, I think in August is when they're going to wrap up the series I'm going to do next, basically before, and that's going to be The Misfit of Demon King Academy. Yes, that was next. And after that, it'll be Black Butler or Cat Public Case closed. And for time, basically, I might work on my brand new anime. But yeah, that's going to be pretty much that particular review. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and do the dislike button. This is one anime review series I was looking forward to review, like when it comes out. Now, my really hope is when we get close to the end of the season that we get renewed for season 4. I hope so. Okay? Thanks, you. Bye.